What's up, guys? Math. You're gonna ready to watch season 2, episode 10 of the. What's up, guys? Math. You're getting ready to watch season 2, episode 10 of Oshi. We've only got 4 more episodes left of the season, which as a whole means 4 more episodes left of the show. Currently, that means I'm gonna have to be in a waiting period, and I'm gonna be pissed off. Oh my god, I have absolutely loved the season. This has been of like shorter anime seasons. You know what I mean, like less than 15 episodes. This has been one of my favorite seasons of anime. Shorter ones in a very long time. This has been absolutely incredible. I've loved the character work, everything. This whole Tokyo Blade story has been chef's kiss. Obviously, the major thing leading into this episode is the fact that Himikawa is our half brother. Same father, same piece of shit father, deadbeat motherfucker. So I'm interested to see about that. Again, I'll go back to it. You know, this whole show is like breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? We get piece of information. So I would assume that through talking with Himikawa, we're going to get a little tidbit of information that's going to lead us on to our next project. So I'm very hyped to see this episode. If you guys do like the video, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. By this point, I am completely done the season. Caught up to the show, so it's all on Patreon. If you're interested, please check it out. And if you enjoy the content that I produce on the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Let's get into it. They're very blunt too. I didn't mention that last episode. He was in an orphanage. Probably not going to know a lot. Spies around. My place. Hey! Sure. Don't go into the specifics. No comment. Oh, okay, so he knows. Yes, he knows his mother. Translate for me. Cover up. Nah. Cover up. Either cover up or faked it. 100% no.
星野が生まれる前には俺たちの父親は結婚してた。才能あるタレントを引っ掛け回してたみたいだ。自分に才能がないコンプ。
No. Nope, something is off.
ことでごまかそうとしてたのかもな。心中した本当の理由はもう誰にもわからないけど。
Maybe it
なんとなく察するところは
wasn't the father in the first place.
俺も子供心ながらに親父が嫌いだった。だから芸名は母親の名字なのか。ああ、本名は上原大輝。
Cool name anyway.
女好きは遺伝臭いな。有馬と黒川たぶらかしてるお前見るとそんなことし。
Oh yes, you are, buddy.
じゃあ飲み直そうぜ。
Something's off.
妙な気分だよ。俺に突然半分とは
We're still fucking siblings.
人間が現れるんだから。しかも俺と同じ役者。
You have another sister too.
でも俺のこと兄さんとか呼ぶなよ。きしょいから。
I would assume he doesn't.
呼ばねえ。
Aqua wouldn't want to form a close relationship with him.
ちょっとお兄ちゃん、朝帰りとか不良じゃん。
Are you gonna tell her? Please tell her.
別に変なことはない。
ああ、ブレイド役の人。
She is getting real jealous.
男同士の友情を育んでたっていうならまあ。
Arm wrestling. That's what men do in our spare time. We go to each other's house and arm wrestle only.
愛の敵はもういない。
No, I will be honest. No, but
どうするんだ。
when does the timeline line up?
復讐を。
I do. So if this is true, and I'm not positive that it is. I would love that because again, it allows for Aqua to go through. Jesus Christ! It allows Aqua to go through an arc of self-discovery.
無事に帰れた？未成年はお酒飲んじゃダメなんだからね。
Oh, dude! Just make a harem.
あいつら。
You have seduced them both.
いいのかな。もういいのかな。
Something's not right. Something is off. I will say this, I love a good anticlimactic plot twist. If the bad guy was dead the entire time, I would love that, but I don't think that's the case. Either the father is still alive somehow, or the father wasn't even the bad guy in the first place, and we're overlooking something.
YouTube の登録者が
Finally!
7人いきそ
Some
うです。
Biko Machi!
ああ、マラソンくらいか。
That's a lot more than I got.
一方うちは上位 10% に食い込んで
Dude, Peon is in the top hierarchies?
そんなこともわからず登録者100万人とか抜かすなキッズども
Damn
そ
kids.
こは全チャンネル中 0.1% の激高な壁なんじゃい数えきれ
Well, we want to be part of this 0.01.
当面 B 小町チャンネルの財政状況はよろしくない打てる手は打たなければならないそこで今日はルームツアー動画を撮ります
Room tour.
ルームツアー動画
We gotta hide all of our dirty shit.
たりするよくあるやつだ絶対
I would not do that with these fucking creepy stalkers. They might find your address.
ネタ切れとはいえ私生活の切り
Fucking,
売り
what's
始
that
め
guy's
たら
name?
終わ
The
りよ
Geo something?
やろうよ
Rainbolt? I think, right? The guy who finds shit.
車買うときは絶対動画にしようっと節税よく YouTuber が高価な買い物を動画に
You gotta do these write-offs, man.
でも私は高いもの買わないしそんなこと言って確定申告の時に泣きを見るのは
Jesus Christ. Taxes are scary.
私がママの子供だって秘密は墓まで持っていくつもりだだけど
I think it will come out at some point during the show.
それを隠していいのだろうかアイドルとして正しいのは先生ならなんて言うかな
Please talk to each other. It's my most anticipated thing in this entire show.
こと言うんだろうな
And it's weird for me to say that because it will lead to incest. But I want it. I need it.
どういうことですか雨宮先生は何年か前急に連絡がつかなくなっていわゆる失踪
Aww. That's so sad. I didn't know she tried to reach out.
先生が B 小町という名前を見逃すはずないもんねどこかで私のこと
Dude!
見てくれ
Please just get... dude. Just talk, please.
YouTube テコ入れプランその2ミュージックビデオを撮ろうミュージックビデオ一番アクセス数稼ぎ
Yeah, you guys haven't been doing this? No offense. Your fucking music group, that's the first goddamn thing you should be doing.
私の人脈に感謝してほしいねわーい旅行だ
Road trip, road trip.
飛ぶれないやん
Mmm. Yummy. What? Oh my god, dude, she is pulsating.
まだまだ終わりじゃないよテコ入れプランその3オリジナル楽曲を作ろう今までは昔の B 小町の曲で何とかしていたけどどうしたって
you guys are a little behind in that regard.
新しい曲が必要になってくる
I love seeing this. I miss these guys so much.
社長発注した曲はどうなってるんですか発注は以前からしてるって言って
Dude,
たわ
why is Aqua giving the meanest side eye of all time?
日村さんにお願いしたの。
Nice.
日村人気歌手で超ヒットメーカー
Oh my god, he's big shot now. I thought this would star T-Pain. I was like, star T-Pain?
どうしたの
いや別に
Did I say something to you?
よかったな
Back up off me.
楽しめよ
なんかあんた雰囲気変わった
He's lost his vengeful
なんか
purpose.
柔らかくなったわそういうのもいいと思うわよ
He'll get it back though. Something is not as it seems.
早く歌いたい
ただね、先月末までの締め切りで依頼してたんだけれど、まだ上がってきてないのよね。
Maybe he's a procrastinator. He's doing it last minute.
一応メールはしてるから。
Do it faster. Calm down, Ruby.
輩は時期が来ればいずれ役者の道に戻っちゃうかもしれない。
Until Memcho dies? Goes into an old person's home?
まだ5年も猶予あるから。
そう言ってさ、もう5年しかないんだよ。
Dude, Aqua side-eye is crazy this episode. Hey. We gotta meet up, not meet back up as in like, I'm happy to see him, as in like, we need to fucking confront Ichigo. Gonna yell at him?
できてないって？
Are you connected to killing?
大御所病？若い頃は衝動と情熱に任せていくらでも。
Oh my god, it's George R.R. Martin. He is in Oshinoko.
入ってきて言いたいことを全部吐き出してきたわけよ。スランプとはまた違う深刻なモチベーションの低下。もうとっくに書きたいものなんてなくなってるのよ。
Hey, my man, same. The loss of motivation always hits at the worst times. It's Ruby sending a personal message. Hurry the fuck up! I'm gonna give her eye vibes. Him eye vibes.
小さい頃からずっと歌ってて、ビーコ町に入る前から振り付きで踊れるんですよ。日村さんの曲歌えるの、私
Oh my god, that spark. Romantic music? Creepy! Creepy pervert pedophile!
クリエイターというのは単純なもので、こういうので簡単に火がついたりする。
Clean up the
作
room?
品を届ける相手の顔を見るだけで。
Aww, he's locking in.
こういう突然湧いた空白こそ未来に向けていろいろと備えなきゃいけないんだろうが。
What are your future now? Obviously you
わからない。
are lost, but he'll come on the road trip with us.
ふぬけた顔してからに。お兄ちゃんも宮崎行く？
ああ、ミュージックビデオのロケか。
Miyazaki. Sounds like a name, not a place.
別に役者辞めてないし、学生だし。
舞台の慰安も兼ねて。
We have not been to the school at all this season.
そういえば、あれ以来一度も
Oh,
行ったことなかったな。
is that the place?
そうだな。
I feel like that would give a bigger reaction to that shit, right? Are we gonna go find his dead body? And if we go there, they're definitely gonna be able to talk about their past. I would hope so. Oh, what? Whoa. What frick? What fuck? The fuck is that thing? What the fuck is that thing? Evil entity doll. Oh man, I am excited now. If we're going, I don't remember if they used the name, or if I should have known that the location was originally Miyazaki. I probably forgot it, but I would have expected a bigger reaction out of them if they're going back to, you know what I mean, the place where they were born, essentially. What the fuck was that little weird thing? It would be now. Hold up a second. Hold on, something I did not think of. And I don't know if it'll be a thing, and again, she looks kind of creepy, so it wouldn't match. But why have I never thought or theorized about I reincarnated? That is something that I did not think of. I don't think I mentioned that. I don't remember thinking that. But that would be an interesting little twist of the story. And then she would be the ultimate sort of fangirl of her kids. That'd be a nice little twist. I don't have anything to back it up, and again, like I said, that thing did not look like I. That thing looked fucking creepy. But I don't know, because Jesus, that's another thing I haven't really thought about. Again, like this show started with a fucking supernatural reincarnation. Like I don't know if that's going to come back. Like I don't know if that's going to be a focus or if there's going to be an explanation or anything like that. And I would think that like the explanation would be I's soul and passion is what, you know, cultivated that rebirth. But thinking about like people dying, okay, this reincarnation thing. So now hear me out. If the father is actually dead and actually was the killer, what if he then reincarnated and he's somewhere and now that gives reason to go get revenge? you know, the sense that anyone, this is something I didn't think of. Because that's another thing. There's so many parts of this story. Like I said, there's this supernatural reincarnation element, there's this revenge element, but then also there's the just, you know, day-to-day, episode-to-episode, we're like being entertainers and we're working. So I think the show does a good job at, I don't want to say distracting you, but like it gets you in, it lulls you into false sense of security, being comfortable with one storyline, and it makes you forget about another storyline, and then hits you with the face with it. But this is something that I really have never thought of, the idea of more people reincarnating. But that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for. I can't remember any details or anything that would back that up. But I am going to have to keep that in mind now. And again, I don't really have any predictions about that weird little creepy girl. I originally thought, who was it? Adeshino? It looked like Adeshino for a minute, but she had black tips on her hair. So it's not her. But again, my only sort of thought would be a reincarnation of someone, either the killer or I. So I don't know. I am so excited to go to Miyazaki because I want to repeat in something I've been saying for a while. I love this show. I love all the storylines. Specifically, you know, as I've said many times throughout the last couple episodes, this Tokyo Blaze storyline was so fucking good. But my most anticipated thing, the thing I'm looking forward to the most in this show is, you know, Ruby and Aqua to realize who they are, who each other are, and how that sort of strengthens or complicates their relationship. I'm so hyped to see that reveal, and I think that going to Miyazaki is the perfect storm to reveal that information, you know what I mean? Again, and it's complicated too because, dude, like, not Aqua, Ruby is still fiending for the Doctor. Amimaya, something like that? That was the name. I don't know his first name or his last name. Essentially, is Goro now. They revealed that this season. But like I said, there's a lot of, it's so complicated. Not just like the morality of the situation of, you know, if Ruby falls in love with Aqua again, technically. But just like from like my own perspective, I've been struggling with it all season. Like, should I root for it? Should I want it? Should I want that relationship, or should I stay away from it? Is it too yucky? I don't know. I don't think it's yucky. Kyle, what have you got me watching and rooting for? What is going on? Something I do have to mention this episode, and I've been begging for it, and they didn't really do like a lot of like integral big steps, but this almost felt like a reintroduction episode in the sense of we haven't seen these guys for fucking 9 full episodes. We finally get them back together. We sort of needed to get their dynamic back and you know, check up on what they're doing. But what I'm saying is I really love the fact that we saw some Bikomachi. Again, I love Ruby as a character. She's probably what, my 4th favorite character. And you know, I will be honest, I love Ruby, and if Ruby's 4th, the other 3 are up here, to be quite honest. But I love her. I want to see her character as so much more of a focus, and specifically, and I will say the reason that Ruby hasn't been as much of a focus is because obviously not only right now is she not a love interest for Aqua, probably going to happen in the future, but she's also just sort of kept away from all the big information. She's kept away from the revenge plot, you know, and all that. So she's not really on the same page as Aqua right now. And so I'm very hopeful that getting to Miyazaki and learning some of this information will sort of push her into the spotlight, so to speak. And then also just like, yeah, I want to see them be successful. I want to see Bikomachi be successful. I want to see all these guys be successful. And something I'm going to double down on. I mentioned it during the reaction. I'm not going to say like examples of it because that would spoil shows. But I love anticlimactic plot reveals. Specifically, one of my favorite shows of all time has a big plot where we're sort of trying to find someone. We're trying to find someone for a very long time. And then it is revealed that they had been dead the entire time. And it was almost like a waste of time. Or, you know, stuff like that. It was very anticlimactic in a good way. If they do go down that route, and like I said, as of right now, they want me to believe that that's the route that they're going down. If the father, who was actually the killer and is actually dead, then that would be a very anticlimactic thing that I would love, because it would sort of allow Aqua to go on the path that I have been wanting him to go on since the beginning of the show. But like I said, I'm going to double down and I'm going to say that that's not the case. There's a missing piece of information. Either that guy is not dead, he faked his death or something like that, or the thing that I would more be led to believe is that maybe it wasn't just as cut and dry as contacting the father, so that means that the father was the killer. Maybe it was someone the father knew, maybe it was someone who's listening to the conversation, something like that. There's a piece of information that we are not understanding, and I could definitely see if we go back to Miyazaki, we're going to try to find the body, and maybe there's some sort of hint or clue on there. Obviously, we know that the guy is dead. The guy who killed him in his past life is dead. But there could be some sort of piece of information, hint, clue that would lead us to believe something. So something like that. So that, a lot of options here. A lot of options. Oh! I could also see a world where if we get to Miyazaki, Aqua doesn't find his body. Ruby finds the body. And if Ruby were to find the body, that would push her onto her own path of revenge to find the guy who killed her lover, or the person, not lover, the person she loved. Obviously, we know, again, that person is dead, so that it would sort of be the same sort of story. Again, if the killer is... Dude, this... I don't know, it sounds like I'm talking in circles. If the father is actually the killer and is actually dead already, it would be a sort of a perfect parallel to Ruby trying to find the doctor's killer, because they would already be dead. But in doing that research, it would lead her to find that it was the same person who killed her mother, which would then, I would assume, lead her to sort of have a conversation with Aqua, and then we can get on the same page. I just want them to be on the same page! And I just want Aqua to start harem. That's all that I want. That's all that I need in life. I will be satisfied if that happens. I was very happy with that episode. Like I said, I'm happy to see Ruby and the rest of Bikomachi together. Obviously, we saw Kana the entire time, and Memcho was really I think Memcho is one of the funniest characters in the show, to be quite honest. And we did get a little bit of seriousness around her. We got an episode of Focus last season. But I think for me, her role is very much show of like, the comedic geezer. She's not old, but now I think the only people, because again, I feel like the last couple episodes, there's only 3 more episodes. I feel like the last 3 episodes of the season is going to be heavily focused on Bikomachi and obviously this road trip, and we'll obviously get some Ruby and Aqua connections and conversations, which I've been longing for. The only other characters that I would say need some screen time are Minami and Frill, who really have not been given anything. I would be led to believe, because again, something I will repeat, I'm very surprised that the school storyline is so in the background. Like, they don't even show them going to school at all, because they have to be going to school. But, even in the first season, it was barely shown. That would lead me to believe that there was 100% there's going to be a school storyline. There has to be at some point, I would think, so we can get to know some of the students more. Again, not something like it's 100% needed, but again, it's just something that I would assume. But I feel like that's going to be left for something that happens in season 3. So, other than that, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I am very excited to... Only 3 more fucking episodes. That's so sad, but I'm also happy because the season's so good. So I will see you guys in a couple days. If you guys like the video, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I am already done Oshinoko, or caught up to Oshinoko by now on Patreon, so check it out if you're interested. And if you enjoy the content that I make on the channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribed. You guys have a good one.